yesterday when Charles got his scholarship in front of the whole team?
Yeah, that was awesome. Charles is a great guy, one of the hardest workers I know. He comes to the facility every day with a great attitude and is really, should be the standard for, how everybody should come to work every single day. He's always got a positive attitude and, really just a person that guys look up to, especially in the wide receiver room. All of those guys respect Charles. So it was awesome for him. He's one of my good friends. So just to see him in that moment, I think he teared up a little bit. I don't know if he'll admit that, but it was pretty cool to see him get that scholarship, and he definitely was very deserving.
How'd you throw it today?
Offensively, we did pretty good. We had a lot of good things, a lot of good stuff that we'll get to see on film that we really haven't been able to do in a scrimmage format before. We also had a few bad things, some things we need to work on, but overall, I felt like we had a pretty good day offensively, but obviously there's still things to work on. Some plays that we should have hit that kind of stagnated drives. So definitely a lot of things to work on, but I feel like we did good, and it's a good stepping stone for the rest of fall camp and going into the season.
Sounds like the running backs had a pretty good day. Is that good to see when you're you and you have that weapon?
Yeah, for sure. The running backs are the quarterback's best friend. If you have a great running game, it's going to open up the passing game. And if you have a good passing game, it's going to open up the running game. So just to have all those weapons at running back is really awesome. And, Boone wasn't even out there playing today. So once we get him back going with the, contact and everything, I can't wait to see how our offense rolls.
Courtney, it sounded like Coach Elliott was unhappy with the tackling today. What do you all have to do to improve that?
Yeah, we just gotta improve. Just wrap up. In practice, we gotta come to balance. We practice a technique called near foot. We gotta do that. We gotta get in good tackling position. We gotta tempo the ball, things like that. So, with the first scrimmage, I think that's a lot. That's something that always happens. Because now it's finally live and guys are finally starting to tackle, and now you gotta bring your legs and things like that instead of just tagging off. So I think with this next scrimmage coming up, we'll do a lot better job, and going into these next practices, we'll definitely work on that a lot.
Courtney, how's team chemistry compared to your experiences before? Does the team like each other? Everybody get along?
Oh, of course, yeah. Our team. I mean, we have a great team. And obviously me and Drew, we came here together. We could have done it separate, but we came here together, and that just shows, the bond that we have as a team. Everybody's congratulating each other after the scrimmage was over. We competed together, and either way it went. We know we all still got to do more work. We got to get better because we got a game coming up, and we got to ultimately get ready to face other teams.
On that offensive side of the ball is giving you the most trouble on defense?
I would say, for a linebacker, the most trouble we have is, definitely the line. We got to be able to get off blocks, things like that. So that's something that we got to improve on is getting off blocks, getting to the ball, and swimming to the ball and things like that to stop those breakaway plays.
Courtney, are you being asked in this defense to cover more in pass coverage compared to what you played in Nebraska?
Not really. I mean, it's about the same almost. So it's not too much. Really, we read for the run first, and then we cover pass.
Drew, kind of the reverse of Kyle's question. Who on the defense are people that you're sort of wary of? They're coming, or
Yeah.
have to know where they are on the field.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of playmakers on the defense. They definitely had some really good moments today. Obviously, the secondary as a quarterback throwing the ball, it's really tough to throw against those guys. The corners are really long and tall, so just going against them every day I feel like is making the receivers and the quarterbacks better. We got some really good linebackers, obviously Courtney next to me, and then we got some young guys too. Jordan Jones, Eli Brown, Nico, all those guys have looked good, and Denira Laster as well has had a pretty solid camp. And then I guess up front, Kobe Walker's really made a lot of plays, kind of stood out to me coming off the edge. He's really fast, can play the pass and also fit the run. So he's had a really good camp so far, and I mean everyone looks solid over there. I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, they've had their share of plays today too, so it was definitely a good scrimmage, and it was great to get out there again.
Can each of you come up with a play that really made you about where you're headed from the scrimmage today?
For the defense, I would say there was a play Denzel Ware got in the backfield and made a tackle for a loss. I mean, it just shows what we have in him coming back as a a guy who played last year and other guys that haven't really played much. So he's a guy that's going to step up and keep showing why he's here and being a leader in that way.
Yeah, I don't know how I forgot Denzel either. He's had a great camp too. I don't know how I forgot about him. He's always in the backfield. But offensively, I would say we had at the end we did a 2-minute drill, situational football, and at the end it was I believe it was 3rd down on the 5-yard line, and we had to score a touchdown. And there was about 16 seconds left, and Jeff Bedeck came open in the back of the end zone in the corner for a touchdown to win we had to get the touchdown. So I guess we won the drill. So that play, was really exciting to see a guy step up and make a play in a situation that we need to step up and make plays in that we maybe haven't in the past.
Courtney, how's the defense reacting to losing a couple guys during the commitment and the injury yesterday?
The defense is reacting really well, I think, just because we know guys need to step up. There's a lot of competition, and obviously, with some guys, departing, that can't change our, approach to, getting better and getting ready for these teams and going against the offense, things like that. So guys are definitely wanting to step up. You see guys working harder, getting, extra film and things like that. And now some guys need to take on more of a leadership role than, what they had before.
Courtney, how's Tamir DeVoe stepping up? You're talking about players stepping up. How's he doing on the defensive line?
Yeah, he's stepping up, just in, like I said, getting extra film study, getting with older guys like Jacob Hyde or Courtney Miggins or Matt Elam, getting with those guys to see what they do, how they prepare, and, just trying to, see what he can do to get better and pretty much take that next step to get into a role.
Drew, coaches say that every game is a big game. I get the sense that this opening game against Southern Miss is going to be huge in everybody's eyes. Have you felt any extra pressure from the coaches in order to be able to get off to a good start?
No, not really. I mean, right now we're really just focused on us. The beginning of camp, later we'll start game planning Southern Miss and stuff. I mean, we've already started that, but, really just turn our whole focus to that. Right now we're just working on technique and really just worrying about us right now. So we'll get the scrimmage watch and work on fundamentals, but eventually we'll get to Southern Miss. But, I mean, like you said, I mean, it's the first game of the season. It's going to be a big game, but I don't think anybody feels any extra pressure. We know we just have to come out and if we do our job and play how we know we can play and make the plays, make the tough plays that Coach always talks about, I think, we'll have a great game. And you can't really put any added pressure on yourself because, if you start worrying about too much, then you just can't play how you want to play. So we just got to come out and, just play the football we know how to play and how we're taught, and I think we'll be fine.
Drew, what can you just describe building up your relationship with the receivers, just knowing their strengths and weaknesses? What's that process been like?
It's been pretty good. I mean, I've always been, really good friends with all the wide receivers. I've always had a good rapport with them. A lot of the guys that are playing right now are from the recruiting class that I was in, and then obviously guys like Ryan Timmons, I played against him 2 times in high school, so I've had a relationship with him since high school. But, really just spending time with them, throwing routes in the summer and stuff like that. You really get to know those guys and really get the timing down and stuff like that. So, I mean, we did routes all spring, all winter, all summer with those guys. So, I mean, it's not just me. All the quarterbacks, all have a great relationship with the wide receivers, and the timing, and stuff's really good.